be up and running? Yes, it looks that way. Wait, all right. I'm gonna turn it off. Listen, family, greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, Empress Wazira Menin. Yes, family. One perfect balance. All right, so yeah, we're running a little late. Welcome to Politically Incorrect on this wonderful Wednesday. Yeah, I trust that everybody had a great day considering all the madness this week for the expected celebration that's coming up. Y'all already know uh, Xmas is in the air. For those who recognize it, Christmas is an important time. Like I said, perhaps that's one of the only times some families actually get together and come together for different reasons. So regardless of how we personally feel about it or what we know about it, you got to meet the people where they at. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So welcome again. Thank you for being patient. I was out doing papa daddy duties. Yeah, I got teenagers, man. That's all I got to tell you. But anyhow, they good and we good and everybody happy. So that's what matters most. But thanks again for being patient. So can you keep a secret? Don't mind the extra S. There's probably a lot more secrets involved. Oh, man. But I will tell you this much. If we can, and, it's possible, then let's try to. Let's try to. Let's try to. I'm trying something while I'm live, see what happens. The reality, the fact is that there's a number of things we have to be honest about. And one of those things is the fact that a lot of things that appear to be aren't quite what they appear to be. So I have some questions I want to ask y'all tonight, and I sincerely hope y'all can answer. So having said that, let me do a quick sound check. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Give me a little feed forward. Y'all already know. Give me some feed forward. Let me know if you're tuning in, let me know where you're coming from, where you're at, what city you representing. We going viral, man. We going viral. Give me some feedback. Love and light to you too, Jacqueline. Maria, I see you. Wenda, I see you. I saw Janelle today too. Congratulations to you and the family on your newborn. Congratulations. Andrea, I see you. And Prispian, I see you was waiting there for a minute. I give thanks, man. Give thanks. Much respect. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Sound check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Testing. Cha. Let me know. Loud and clear. Great. I got some questions, man. I really want to know the answers to these questions. I thought that was interesting, though. I just realized something, but I don't know if that's really what's going on. But can you keep a secret? Is the question. Can you keep a secret? Oh man, democracy, all lies, all lies, all lies, all lies, all lies. Amsterdam in the building. Lampkin, how you doing, bro? I see you, man. You coming a long way, long way. Give thanks for tuning in to Politically Incorrect. We all the way up in Amsterdam. You lucky you up there having all that fresh breeze, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Yes, I see you, Joyette. Oh man. I got a question though, family. And a few things happened over the weekend and early this week that I felt compelled to speak on. I was trying to gather the facts. And one of those facts is the scam of the national insurance. They say the national insurance scheme, but I think it's the national insurance scam. No, let me ask a question. Which insurance policy that when you take out an insurance policy doesn't give you a payout upon injury or death? Because I was thinking the other day and I thought to myself, I said, well, hey, wait a minute. How is it that the national insurance deduct your money your entire life for some insurance that they say is about a pension, your pension plan, but yet in your demise that, there's no payout based on the pension plan? Can you use your national insurance as equity to secure a mortgage? These are kind of questions I was thinking like, how come? How come some ambulance services in Barbados don't go to QEH? How come? I mean, if you're providing a service, should it be all across the board? Just there's some questions, man. Just some questions. National insurance. So you pay insurance your whole life, and upon your demise, you get nothing. Your family gets nothing. Well, you obviously don't get anything, but I'm just saying that the family, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What's the I don't know. It seems to me that it'd be better for you to perhaps not pay national insurance and actually take your money and invest in a private insurance policy that you can have the access to funds if you need it in your older age. And also upon your transition, your family stands to inherit something. It just seems like the thing to do. As opposed to paying into a national insurance scam that right now we're not even guarantee you're going to get anything. You're promising you bonds and promising you every other. I don't understand what they're doing. I have no knowledge of what it is. I wish somebody could kind of, give me a heads up for what it is and what it's worth. Nevertheless, just my thoughts, family. Just my thoughts, man. Just my thoughts, man. Okay, I appreciate that, Lambkin. The scheme is actually a scam by definition. I am so much agreeing with you, 100%. Totally. Because it doesn't make sense to me at all. And the fact that people don't question this, like I'm beginning to think Barbados is not a real place. Like it's really not a real place. I don't even think the population is 300,000. I think that if that is the case, then where all these people at, man? Like where all these people at? On a daily basis in your commute, you hardly even see 20,000 people if you're lucky. And I mean, if you're lucky, you liable to not even see 10,000 people. On your average day as an individual, if you think about it, in your commute, what's the average amount of people you think you see? Like, where all these people at? Like, where they at? You know what I mean? Like, where they at? I don't know. Something ain't adding up here, man. Like something fishy. Matter of fact, speaking of fishy and not adding up, this just in. And you can add this to the list of things that fishy and not adding up. This just in, family. Let me go ahead and post this real quick. And I wasn't going to touch on it, but I got to touch on it. This just in. Mom on probe, meaning that mom's the word. I guess they don't want to talk about it. Well, I'm sure most of y'all already know that there was I see you, Daffodil. There was a issue back in a couple months ago with the tests from the bank, Inter-American Development Bank, and the government of Barbados, mainly the Minister of Education and the Prime Servant, who happened to be one of the director or governor, I think, at the IDB or some post they hold there. So, the chain of command and communications would have gone through her automatically. It's an in-house thing. It just makes perfect sense. Nevertheless, they did an investigation into this thing, as y'all would already know. It came out in the paper that, the people, let me put it that way. Let me not call it. The people who claim to have been in charge for this to the Data Protection Service, and they did an investigation. Long story short, they came to a conclusion and they gave the results to the relevant people. My guess is the Ministry of Education, who was the one that asked them to conduct the investigation in the first place. And unfortunately, the ministry has not released the findings as yet. I suppose they want to review, edit, who knows what they want to do. Seek legal consultation. I don't know. But just the mere fact that the report is out and nothing, I'm sure by the end of this week, after we have this program, you're going to hear them do a press conference. They're going to have to do it before Christmas. Like, they're going to have to. And I'm telling you right now, what's in the next 2 days between Thursday and Friday, they have to, because at this point, I mean, they to not do it right is to literally shoot themselves in the leg. Literally. Why you think the government is putting on all these different shows, all these different events? Think about Rome, when Rome was on the verge of collapse, when the people were no longer satisfied with the government and they're on the verge of rioting. And I mean, people who were really disturbed by all this that was happening. They started putting on events in the Colosseum, major events, just to distract you. They had all kind of events. In today's world, we have sports, World Cup football, basketball, rally, all kind of stuff just to keep you entertained, just so you don't start realizing just how serious this thing is, man. Can you really keep a secret? Can you hold on to this information and not say anything? Can you see all this madness going on and not say a word? Can you recognize that this thing ain't adding up, man? It ain't adding up. Hospitals, you got to wait 24 hours in the accident and emergency room. It's a good thing it's an emergency room, because God forbid it wasn't an emergency room. Imagine how long you would really have to wait. Just my thoughts, man. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts, man. I don't know. But I find this to be very, very interesting, man. Minister of Industry, Innovation, Science, and Technology, Davidson Ishmael, confirmed to the Barbados today that the Ministry of Education had been furnished with the results of the probe undertaken by the department to determine, this is the best part, to determine whether any data protection laws had been breached. However, he declined to reveal the findings. So let me get this here straight. The ministry recruited this organization to determine whether any data protection laws had been breached. Here's a question. How did the IDB, an external organization, find themselves recruiting a consultant organization, which is another outside organization, to then infiltrate our schools? Because the ministry claimed they had no knowledge of this. The Minister of Education claimed she had no knowledge of this. The Chief Education Officer said, I was aware of it, and I wrote them what I felt about this test, and that's the last I heard of it. So all of a sudden, they're in the schools, and the principals have okayed this, allowed these strangers into the school, exposed them to our children. God knows what really took place in those closed rooms that nobody else was allowed to be in. And they're now doing a probe to determine whether data protection laws had been breached. Maybe it's just me, you know, maybe it's just me. I don't see why the minister's still behind her desk. She's supposed to be the one on the sideline watching this thing to figure out what happened next, because how this got past me. She should be up in arms on the media every other day, letting people know, look, man, because there's nothing for the Minister of Education to do. Nothing. What does she do? I mean, think about it. The schools are run by the principals. The Chief Education Officer probably has more responsibility. What is the permanent secretary, who has been quiet throughout all this, by the way, just for the record, who I suspect is probably, can you keep a secret? Hmm. Sure. This is the look, hold on. Let me just go one step further. Just one step further here. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay, so the Minister of Industry, Innovation, Science, and Technology. Hmm. Hmm. As a question for you. The Ministry of Education had been furnished with the results. Now, here's a question for you. Just me. Why is the Minister of Industry, Innovation, Science, and Technology telling the press about the Ministry of Education affairs? Why is not the Minister of Education telling the people of Barbados about the Ministry of Education and the affairs? Maybe she's on vacation. Maybe she's ill. Maybe I missed it. Can anybody tell me where in the world is Kay McConnell? Is that her name? Because you know me and names when it comes to these ministers, I be making a mess of them because I do not acknowledge their authority in no form or fashion. Like I have no idea who they are. So Kay McConnell, if that's her name, can correct me if I'm wrong, politically incorrect. Can somebody tell me why he's the one giving this information and not her? And the funny thing is, he let the cat out the bag. That's what he says here. Declaring that the Commissioner of Data Protection, Lisa Graves, had done her part. Minister Ishmael expressed, says, look, there's no honor among these thieves at all, man. And I mean, at all. He said, Minister Ishmael expressed surprise. He said he was surprised that the results of the probe had not yet been shared with the key stakeholders. In other words, they obviously would have had this, information, God knows how long. I mean, he declared it today. That day was December the 20th. That does not mean that they got the information the 20th. Because if he's saying it on the 20th when he declared this, he was surprised they didn't get it yet. Well, if it had just came out, he wouldn't have been surprised because it would have been fresh on the agenda. God knows how long this stuff was out. Man, maybe it's just me, man. Can you keep a secret, family? Can you keep a secret? Divine greetings to you too, family. So all these schemes are doomed. Orders and managers of these so-called national insurance unilaterally adjust the age of eligibility upward to the age of life expectancy. Interestingly, women stand to benefit most as they live longer on average. You know what? You would think that people who recognize these things would ask questions, but everybody keeping secrets, man. Nobody don't want to speak the truth, man. Everybody keeping a secret. This thing ain't real. This thing cannot be real. Cannot be real. You go to the hospital, you gotta wait 24 hours to get. And by the way, this is not an indictment on the nurses that work. Look, man, it pains me, right? Look, I don't know how you could be a nurse, man. Like, I don't know. It pains me to see these nurses here work so hard, get very little reward. So they overworked, underpaid, and abused by a system who takes advantage of their kindness and empathy, most part. And it's just unfortunate, man. That they don't get the conditions, they don't get the resources, they don't get what they need to do their job efficiently. And I don't think it's fair to the nurses to have to work in an environment where you got to watch people wait and suffer while they're waiting. As much as you may want to do more, you can't. Like, how we reach this stage, man? How we reach this stage as a people where, nurses can't even get just call. They can't even get a fair deal, a fair break in their work environment that is so important to the growth and healing of a nation, that you seek to undermine and shortchange the nurses. And they do the same thing to the teachers as well. Nurses, teachers, and sanitation. I keep saying those are the three. See right there, them three? Them is the three major institutions that you cannot play with. Politicians should cut their salary before they make the nurses, teachers, or sanitation, or what they call sanitation department, have to beg and ask for resources. Politicians should give up their salary if it means that to serve willingly just to make sure that the nurses, teachers, and those who keep the nation clean are in good standings, man. That should never be the question. Ever. I mean, like, never be the question. Nevertheless, in 2022, imagine that nurses can't even get a fair break, man. Can you keep a secret? Democracy, huh? Majority rules. So while everybody out partying and keeping fit and having a ball, you know, man, I don't know, man. Just my thoughts, just my thoughts, just my thoughts. Just my thoughts, man. Somebody said she lost. Where in the world is Kate? Listen, somebody sent Kay a message. Is Kay McConney? That's what her name is. Somebody sent her a message. Tell her the people of Barbados is expecting her to give us a full disclosure. You know, edited or unedited, it doesn't matter. The results are going to be the same. Of course, laws have been breached. We already quote the laws. We had the rally protest in Independence Park. You could go watch that. We had the people come on here, politically incorrect, last week as well, and spoke about that. Was it last week or was it Monday? Was it Friday? Friday last week. I spoke about that. Big up to the family, by the way. So we know the laws that were broken. We quoted the laws that were breached. That's also apparently a criminal offense between a fine or imprisonment. You know, I could see why. Yo, man, I can't wait to hear this press conference. Like, I don't see what they're going to try to throw somebody onto the bus, though. I think it's going to be the chief, though. Yeah. I think they're going to try to land us in the chief's lap. Let's see how that goes, because they're going to think that Kay is more valuable than the chief. Well, Kay is funny. But the minister may be perceived to be more valuable than the chief. You know, the PS ain't going nowhere. The minister may not go anywhere. So somebody got to go. They may hang this all on the chief education officer's neck. If they do that, family, I ain't going front. We can't let that go down. We can't let it go down. The minister, the first rule of leadership is that it is your fault. Your fault as the minister. Kay said she wrote the people. Wait, let me get these names right. Come on, let me get these names right, man. Let me get these names right. Minister of Education in Barbados. What's her name, man? What is her name? Let me get her name correct, because you can't say calling the wrong names, and it's just something about this lady though that's just ugh. You know, as a man, right? You know, I ain't even gonna touch that, man. You know, there's something about a female. There's something about women, right? As a man, that, you know, as a man, and you see a woman, you know, and you can see her and respect her all day, every day. It's just something about a woman that just, it speaks femininity. It just speaks about her soul, her nurturing self, and so many other things, man. It's like, yeah, wow. And you see some females, man, and you wonder to yourself, like, boy, look, I didn't know you. But yeah, the minister Kay McConney. Yeah. I don't know. Let me just my thoughts, man. Just my thoughts, man. Just my thoughts. I ain't even gonna touch that. Let that one go. I ain't gonna let that go. Anyhow, man. Steve in the building. Shout out to all the UK family, man. All the UK family. Lisa, I see you too. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Politically incorrect. I got a hello, man. I gotta say thank you to those who, you know, made that thing happen recently. You know, y'all know who you are. A lot of things happen behind the scene, and I am just grateful and thankful for, you know, the opportunity to meet people, you know, from all walks of life, different places. I was out with the princesses earlier, like I said, doing daddy duties, papa duties, man, and it felt good. It felt good. Just family time. So came in and had to prepare dinner for them, something to eat. So I had to do that. Make sure they're good. I think right now, like I said, we need to focus more on the family as a people. We definitely got to focus on the family and ways to uplift the family and bring healing to the family. I think that's the only way we're gonna go forward, because so many things going on, so many arguments, justifiably so. Everybody trying to carve themselves in a corner, whether it's letters or whether it's always letters though, whether BLP, DLP, LGB, whatever it is, it's always some sort of letters, man. Everybody trying to get their scotch on the bench. We just trying to get the hell up out the house. You know, a lot of folks are hell bent on going to heaven. We just want to go and, we just want to go, man. Like, let's go, just go do our own thing, sovereign state, and do what we have to do. And that whatever they doing over there ain't got nothing to do with us unless you infringe. It's the infringement we have a problem with. And we no longer subscribe to that. We're not sitting back and taking it. Those days are done. And I said that to say that, nah, the people ain't about that life no more, man. We're not about that life no more. So, like it or lump it, that's not what's going on. That's not what's happening here at all. At all. Art Emotion, I see you, brother. I see you. Steve said Christmas. Wait, Auntie Faye, where you been, man? Where have you been? Good to see you with us tonight. For sure, for sure. The major problem is that the persons who hold those high positions don't care about the staff. It's all about what they can get. Man, I think a lot of staff sit back and watch these things happen, because right now too, right? Like, I know people who work in certain government departments that have been there for years, and rather than see the people who've been there for years, who got the knowledge and the experience, they bring in somebody new and promote them above everybody else, then have that person they're promoted go back to answer questions for the folks who've been there, how to do their job, which is funny, because it's that you got to do your job and you got to do their job for them as well. And again, these things happen because we allow it. Can you keep a secret? Don't say nothing. You see it going on, don't say a word. Just let it go by. But you see the youths on the block, call the cops on them. You see certain man doing a little thing trying to feed his family, call the police on them. You know what I mean? You see certain things and certain things, call the police on them youths there. But when y'all see the abuse going on, when y'all see all the corruption going on, when y'all see the politicians doing pure madness, don't nobody say a word. Can you keep a secret? Can you keep a secret? Can you? You don't say a word. You got people collecting pension checks for people for over. I didn't even want to talk with that one, man. I'm not even bring that one up. That one too personal. And she know what I mean by that. But I ain't gonna do that. Anyhow, family, like I said, what time is it, man? I ain't this week right here is interesting because we know Christmas is coming up, and someone said I need to do a program on Christmas. And we're gonna have a conversation after the fact, not before the fact, because I think it's important. Just let people be. Once upon a time, I'd be out, doing the Christmas tree, the book of Jeremiah talk this. I'd be doing all that, man. I reach a point where I realize, a lot of people know stuff, but just, it's like they don't know what else to do, where else to go, where to turn. We spend so much time talking about the things that we don't want, the things that we don't like, and we don't talk about the solutions on what direction we should turn in. We put all that effort and energy in the wrong direction. I think we got to reach a point where we start to focus on how do we resolve this? How do we fix it? How do we reestablish this? How do we build this? And I think that's what's necessary right now, where we could talk about how to fix and build. How to fix and build. Because the nation needs us as a people. Because a lot of people are unaware of what's going on. Some folks know, and those who know have a fiduciary duty to take care of those who don't, to teach who don't, to lead who don't. And that doesn't require you to beat them over the head or become oppressive with your knowledge as if you always had that, So it's just solutions we're looking at, family. And right now, the way I see it, protect the family, man. restore the family, start looking at ways to feed your family, and more importantly, secure your family. Because the road up ahead is windy and it's steep. Windy and it's steep. You know, anyhow, it may sound a little strange, but and if y'all didn't notice, man, I wanted to play a joint earlier. I kind of second guessed on it. I ain't played, but just my thoughts, man. Just my thoughts, man. Let me just go play a tune real quick. Go tell a friend, man. We just having a conversation, man. Just a conversation, man. Let me share a tune real quick. Hopefully this wouldn't get me kicked off of Facebook. You know, some folks, we just can't wait to push that report button. That's their job, man. That's their job. That's their job. Tell a friend.
Majesty.
Tell a friend, man.
Oh, no.
Positive vibes. Strictly positive vibes.
Hey, mama make you draw tears.
If you're hard there, you can draw tears.
Yeah, he's my only guy. He be right by my side.
Yes, Lisa. True
when
play,
I'm
man.
on my journey through the fire, on the line. Love to see me brethren all a vibe. No war, no crime. Good food a bubble. Nobody now look no trouble. Roll up me split on the double. On the line. GT me want you be know. Time you be wise and be go. Youth are the future. Must be what you sow. I'll be live for today and not tomorrow. Hard years. Hey. Mama make you draw tears. Now, yeah, he's my only guy. He be right by my side when I'm on my journey.
I see you, Alex.
Through the fire, from the East Coast straight to the West Coast, from Buxton straight to the Blessed Coast, and the high grade that's where we love moves. Humble as the lamb, we no love boots. Hey, pull up your pants, tie up your shoelace. Hey. Make sure your belt tight on your waist.
Tell a friend.
Make sure you have smile on your face. Respect to the elders, show no disgrace. You are here. You are here. Mama make you draw tears. Now, Jai is my only guy. He be right by my side.
Family.
When I'm on my journey.
You're on a journey, family.
Through the fire.
Through the fire, man.
Shine your light, the star is born. Now, do your best and you will earn what you deserve. Hey,
Serious, man. Serious.
what you deserve. Now, yeah, if you are theirs, now mama make you draw tears. Mama
Tell a friend, family. Tell a friend.
yeah, he's my only guy. He be right by my side.
Yes.
When I'm on my journey through the fire. If you are there, now, mama make you draw tears.
Yes, family, man.
Yeah, he's my only guy. He be right by my side when I'm on my journey.
On my journey, man.
To the fire.
When you're on your journey, man, give God
yeah, he's my only guy.
Trust the Almighty, family. Some say Jesus, some say Allah, some say
right
Buddha,
by
some
my
say I is Rastafari, man. All the firm education, family, in these times, because like I tell you, man, you look around you, all you see every day is just crazy changes, man. They want you to think that you're going crazy, but you ain't the one going crazy. If you see what's going on and you don't identify it and you can't see through it, man, you got to take the time to really just study yourself, man. Take time to study yourself. But know yourself in these times, family, is an absolute must. It is an absolute must in 2022. Man must indeed know himself. I can't even stress that enough. You must know yourself in these times, because when you stop and check it, right? When you really stop and check it, I mean, even in terms of the schools, it's like so much stuff happening with the children, and it's like you're hearing, yeah, you know, but guess what? Maybe gonna do this and do that, and guess what? Police talk crime, and they gonna hunt down people, and guess what? I mean, you see a few fights in the videos that circulate. The truth is, you ever check the young people phones about the kind of fights? How much more fights go on that adults don't even know nothing about in the schools? Schools are violent, man. A lot of stuff is going on that's being hidden from parents. A lot of people may be in groups that don't share this kind of stuff, so they don't even have a clue. So they think all is well and dandy. And, you know, not even about blaming the government right now. I mean, we so far past blame. Is like it's obvious that they're not even interested in this sort of stuff, because there's no set program, there's no discussion on how you think we should deal with this. All they talk about is hunting down people in the community for the gun crimes. And I can understand that to some degree. I don't know if I would use those words to deal with the issue. But you see this youths in school and the violence we see in school, who you think leaving and coming out in the streets and committing certain crime? The child that's an A student that's on his way to UE. You think he's hopping in the car on the weekend, driving around shooting people? There's a direct correlation to the youths at school who commit violent, who perform these violent acts towards each other, who are probably the ones doing really poor in school to some degree, and those who end up outside on the blocks going to prison, committing crimes in society. There's a direct link between the two. I mean, it's a tunnel, really. And y'all don't have the tunnel vision to see that far down the road, but yet y'all could see handcuffs and to hunt down and whatever. I mean, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. You gotta do more. Start with the home. Parents, you're gonna have to be held accountable for a major part of this, because while you're busy at work, the children suffering neglect, and we can't even get to deal with it. We see all these things going on, and don't nobody want to say nothing. Can you keep a secret? Don't wait until your back's against the wall. Well, we live in a society, you know. Yeah, be careful. Alex said, be careful, you pull over gunmen on bikes. Yo. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes it makes you wonder, right? I see you, family. Shout out to the family all the way in ATL. Gotta shout out the family in ATL is a must. You know what I mean? Big shout out to the family in Florida as well, putting in that work. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyhow, family, like I said, but just my thoughts, man, because I was waiting to hear from the professor. He's still in Europe, so I'm waiting on that call. But working on something for Friday night, and we still want to do our thing Saturday night. So what I'm gonna tell you all is this right here. Start to really start to think about it. Like I said, just start to think about it, man. You know, I can't stress enough how this thing unfolding. I think I've said it enough already. I've sounded the alarm enough times, directly, indirectly. I've been banned by it. I've been checked for it, reported for it on YouTube, on Facebook. I've said it all. You know, what else can be said? You know, let's get into how we gonna fix this and go forward. The brother said, when you can't read, write, or comprehend it in a competitive environment, you disturb, and you even get violent. Well, disturb and or, well, I think we way beyond disturb and violent, man. These children have you kind of see a don't care mindset, although they sometimes even verbalize that. I don't think it's a case where they don't actually care. I think they think that nobody else cares, and therefore they feel they feel kind of isolated, and they feel as if they're on their own. You know, serious. You know, No love in the home, mad and hungry. Talk about a combination, Alex. Talk about a combination, right? And this is my point, man. A lot of youths are hungry. A lot of youths are homeless, believe it or not. And a lot of youths are not feeling love. Revelation reveals the truth, but revelation brings the solution. Brother Bob, facts, facts, facts. You know what I mean? I think at this point in time, it's important that we recognize that the healing is going to require us to love. And that word, we use it kind of loosely, interchangeably. And we say that is love, but really, love allows you to heal. Love allows you to forgive and let go, but not be foolish enough, to repeat it. Just observe and learn and grow. Learn and grow. I think right now it's important that people really, really, really not just say that, but act that out in their homes, man. Like I tell you people all the time, young people, put on the phone for a little bit. Let me sit and talk, sit and walk outside, take a walk together and just talk. Leave all devices on, just take a walk and just talk. They got all the gardens around the town. You can do the botanical garden. I say that very loosely. A lot of folks seem to like it. But there's a boardwalk. Let's do something a little different, something random. You got a few holidays coming up. You got, the whole Sunday, Monday, I think probably Tuesday. I don't know how they do it. If there's a Christmas is on Sunday, the holiday then will be Monday, and then the other bank holiday will probably be Tuesday. I don't know if that's the case. I really don't keep track. I take my days according to how I take them. But yeah. Spend time with the family. It's okay to have your drinks and have your wine and all that other stuff, and then have your food and your pork and your ham and whatever. But try love, man. Try love, man. Try some love too, man. Try love. Go check on the elders. Go check on your family. Granny and your grandfather, your auntie, uncle. Just check on the family, man. Just check on them. Check on them. Check on them, man. Check on them. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. It's important that we find ourselves in a place where we love. We can truly try love, man. It's so funny how we find ourselves in 2022 faced with all these different things, and all we seem to do is just keep going forward, like recognizing all the things happening, but keep going forward, like as if certain things aren't real, like they just going to change on their own. Like if we don't get up and make a difference, like a difference is going to be made. Yeah. Yeah. So it go, man. So it go. I just said the present system in place to create this chaos come with the wishy-washy solutions while creating more chaos. So it's imperative that we change this system and save our children. I can't echo that enough. Every family needs to take responsibility for their children and their children's children. And by that I mean your neighbor's children. And that while you out there, just give an eye. I ain't tell you got to correct the child with spank or whatever, but just talking polite. And you say, Trinidad Armand, you taught them and this and that. And like, I don't ever have them issues at all. I just never have those issues. Never have those issues. I people say, there's the two Armand, they're always cussing and da. But they get it from the adults. You really can't blame the children. And the cussing ain't the issue, man. The cussing is not the issue. Yes, there's certain things that might, be a bit premature in its nature, but just love them, man. Just love them and let them know you love them and show them that, care for them and do something, man. I hate to see when the children out there by themselves and like don't nobody care, and I see how they get kind of withdrawn and feel that nobody don't listen to them, nobody interested to them. And every time I sit and talk to young people and they start to reason and tell me stuff, I be blown away by their perspective on society. And the thing is, as an adult who reason and see certain things a certain way, I can admit that they make a lot of sense. I was talking to a friend of mine, this young man, the other day, and he was telling me about school. Like I was telling you, I actually want him to come on. I want to do this thing with, you know what? I gonna make the call. I gonna set it up, man. We had this confession of a teenager before, right? Remember that? I have two other youths that I wanted to bring on. I was gonna bring them on separate, but maybe I'll bring them on together and just have them share their thoughts. And maybe that might even be because just the thoughts that they share is like, oh man, it's profound. You know, parents need to listen to their children a lot more. Don't just hear them. Listen to them carefully without interrupting them. Let them finish what they have to say. Listen attentively and realize, you know, a lot of our youth just want somebody to listen to them. That's all. That's all they want. Somebody to listen to them and appreciate what they bring to the table in terms of their thoughts. And in most cases, those thoughts have value. Sometimes way more value than half these politicians. I could tell you that. I could tell you that for a fact. A lot of these youths say, man, they just want somebody to be there, listening to them, and you know, help them along this way, man. That's it. We are told digitalization will change many things. You're right to laugh, Wayne. You're right to laugh at that one, man. We lost It Takes a Village to Raise a Child. Well, you know, if I could speak to this, it takes a village. This not folks may not be too happy with it, but growing up, there's this thing called a term they use saying the village ram. You know, when a man have multiple women in the same community and children, they call him the village ram, which is funny because you know that would have been polygamy, what they call polygamy, you know, way back before it became unpopular. You know, so that within the village, most of the children who were being raised had a relationship to some degree. Most of the people in the village had also a relationship. It wasn't in terms of fighting and feuding, not the way it is today with the possessiveness, ownership, which came in recently. Hence, that doesn't function the way it used to function. The idea of possession and ownership is what caused that to be this completely dysfunctional. But then it takes a village because it was a community spirit in terms of that particular family, that grouping of family. Not that all of them had that same model, but it was understood. Now it's like, you know, them are my children. I can care less. And sometimes you got relationships where you find, you know, sometimes the parents were married, then they may separate or get divorced. So then the child got to be here and there. And like the sister said the other night on Friday, and I thought it was very profound. A lot of our children are exposed to a variety of emotions that, for the most part, not all of them can manage. And they try to manage them, but they can't in some cases. But what can we do? They want to change all things and still doing crime. Change that. Listen, man. They know look, let me give you all a link real quick. Let me just share a link here real quick. From the Washington Post. Let me just share this real quick. Let me go share this. Go look this up, family. Go look this up. And in this article, there are also links to certain websites that give you the information to validate these claims. So let me just put this up here real quick. Y'all could take a look at it. I ain't going to say a word. Just take a look at it. And like I said, this is from the Washington Post. Some folks say the Washington Post is a joke magazine. It's not real. Well, whether or not you think it's real or not, no longer merely a pandemic of the unvaccinated. And here's why. Well, basically, because for the first time in majority of Americans dying from the coronavirus received at least the primary series of the vaccines. 58% of coronavirus deaths in August were people who were, wait, hold on. I ain't gonna say it. See it for yourself. And this is according to this link, the analysis. But when you click on this link, just the thing, when you click on this link right here, I'm going to click on it. According to this link, look where this link takes you. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? Right here. This is the data department of the CDC.gov. Okay. This is the rates of COVID-19 cases or death by age groups and vaccination status and booster doses. Booster dose. Now check this out. We talked about this a couple days ago regarding where did it go. Well, go click on. Hold up. Let me go back. Let me click this right here. Let me copy this link. I'm going to put the link in the comments right here. The link is in the comments for those interested. I don't have to say nothing else. If you know somebody who have that, who took that, who have gone through that process and they don't know for sure, and they always tell you they want evidence, they don't believe nothing you saying, send them to this link. This is published November the 23rd, 2022. 2022. And let them go take a look and let them go to the data on the CDC page and read it for themselves and try to figure out why is that the case. And this is the thing. Keep in mind that although they give you this information, we can't really verify if that is the minimum or the maximum. In other words, are they more? Because we know they're no less, but are they more that were not reported because of some other whatever technicality? Maybe folks weren't aware. They labeled it to something else. Attributed it to something else other than what it would have been. We don't know. Those are questions, not statements. I'm being politically incorrect. But this is the question right here. The link is right there. Go copy it for yourself. Don't listen to Emmanuel. Go check it. You read through it and you get there's a set of links as well. Go check these links out. When you go check these out, you will come to realization that a lot of stuff is not being told to us here in the Caribbean. A lot of stuff that we should know, we are not being told. We are not being told. We are not being told. Something is wrong with that picture, man. Something is definitely wrong with that picture. Yeah? All right. And speaking of picture, let me give you another link real quick. This is another one. Just another one. I ain't going to say nothing about this. Go read it for yourself. Feel free to tell a friend to tell a friend. I have nothing else to say. I posted the link right there as well. Go check this one out as well. The UK say they're not buying any more of certain things because certain things ain't clear. And we down here running a circus. It's a real circus, man. I'm telling you. The only problem is that we don't have, well, I can't say we don't have animals running around because the monkeys would classify as animals running around. But this is a real circus, man. It's a real circus. And rather than waiting for the people to come and do certain things, or rather than waiting for them to come and get it, we, the people, have to step up and do what we have to do. It is that simple. We're not looking for no savior. If there's a savior coming, let the savior come and find the children working. working, not sitting on their hands idling. There's no time for idling. Nah, Alex, you can't say that people are too busy being slaves, because the truth is, you ask the average person if they're a slave, they might say that jokingly. They may not say that like, yeah, I realize I'm a slave right now. So they don't even know, and you can't even fault the people for not knowing when they don't know. You know what I mean? You can't do it that way. Can't do it that way, man. So I feel you, man. I understand you, man. But you can't fault people that don't know they don't know. You know what I mean? You can't even hold them accountable, man. It's us who supposed to, the ones who claim to have the light, that say they have a light, to shine the light and make it comfortable enough for others to come. Build it and they shall come. Not require them to come and help you build it. Just go forward. Just go forward and do what we came to do. Do what we know we have to do. We ain't gonna get, they're gonna come once we getting through. But we the reasons why they still slaves. They're not still slaves because they want to be slaves. Those of us who claim to know more, do more, and want to be more, supposed to be up front making this thing happen, man. In any capacity you can make it happen, go make it happen. And trust me, the folks gonna see your good work, so they gonna come. They gonna come. You ain't gotta look back. They gonna come. You just keep moving forward and trust that the path that you carving will be paved and sidewalked and put lights in and paint. Others gonna come and make it happen. Just you cut the path, man. Just cut the path, man. It's a cut and go through, man. Cut and go through, man. But sometime now we don't have that on our stocks. Why? No one said anything. Now they can't say a word. They can't tell you that part. They can't, because you see, the funny thing is, like I said, to my knowledge, and please correct me if I'm wrong, they said they borrowed money. Now check this out, family. I hate doing this, man. Like I shouldn't even use the word hate. Go back to when this first started. One of these nights, I got to do a night of highlights. Just go back to my old pro podcast and do highlights. Remember when we were told that they were getting a loan to buy these shots? When they said they were getting this money because they wanted to buy these shots, and they had sent money overseas to acquire shots that weren't even manufactured yet. Whatever happened to them shots? Because think about it. Every time you look around in the media, you see people at the airport with a box and somebody handing a box to somebody in the medical department as a gift donation of injections to the ministry here for distribution, for mass distribution. A lot of donations came in. Did we ever buy any of them? To my knowledge, outside of Mark Maloney, yeah, I call his name, man. And a little scam. Well, I know it was a scam. What I do know is that my man say he wanted money. Yo, you can't make this stuff up. Like, where's the consciousness, man? You for real? I never seen him in no interview on no camera making no statements like, look, man, I don't know what they talking about. I ain't know nothing about that. That's pure speculation. Them allegations are not truthful. They're trying to put my name and stuff. I go and sue somebody for defamation of character. Nothing. You heard nothing. And do you know why? Thank God for St. Lucia Media who put that in the news. Otherwise, Barbados and Barbadians wouldn't have had a clue that money exchanged hands. And we still don't have a clue. Barbados, the clueless society. It's a secret society, man. It's a secret society. Wow, Sandy Lane gave $8 million. I don't know for what, because they didn't buy anything. They got donations. Yo, they need to do an audit, right? They need to do an audit on COVID. Just COVID alone will lock most of these politicians up for a number of things. Y'all ever wonder how Barbados seem to have had all these sensors, the temperature sensors mounted in different government agencies almost at the beginning of this thing? Like, where they get them from so fast? Like, who knew to order that stuff ahead of time? Who got the contract to do it? Is who knew to buy them, obviously, or who supplied them. You understand? A lot of inside thing happened. Who ordered all that chemical to locally manufacture sanitizer ahead of schedule? Because remember, the shipping routes were disrupted and all that stuff was, So how they get all this stuff so soon? Like, did they order this ahead of time? Did they know this was coming? The mask, for example. Everybody had to wear masks. How they found that many masks in Barbados so soon? I can't figure that one out up to now. Can you keep a secret? Can you keep a secret? The prime servant got enough money and free vaccine. When I like that term, prime servant, huh? I don't know if she like that window. Listen, it's not a derogatory term. That is the meaning of the word minister. Somebody met me and tell me how dare I say that. I real disrespectful. I wanted to tell him something else, but I'm too respectful. You know what I mean? I really wanted to tell him something else, so that was going to jump him, man. But I said, nah, man, I ain't going to do that. Plus, Phil was right there too. Diplomacy first, always, man. Always, man. Always, man. Rastafari. He should be thankful Selassie I found me. Because I would have really tell you something back in the days. He wouldn't have liked that. But I give thanks for the divine order. You know what I mean? I give thanks for that. But anyhow, family, just put that one there for you. You know what I mean? Tell your friend to tell a friend. This is what's going on. Download this link. Send it to your people. Go read on it. Go look it up. And see for yourself why they done with that. They don't even want nothing to do with that no more whatsoever. Nothing. For the same reason. For the same reason. Matter of fact, I'm give you one more link. Give you one more link. I'll give you one more link. I'll give you this one. Yeah, let me give you this link here real quick. I need to go. It would not be fair to not. Controversy. Where is this thing going? Okay, I didn't see it. It's just too many open. I don't want to keep searching. If it comes to me before I leave out, I'll post it. I'll put it that way. Yeah, if it comes to me before I close out, because I'm not seeing it there right now. Because it kind of shuffle around the tabs a bit. Nevertheless, that's it, family, man. Okay, you sent me one? Okay. Civil servants are servants. Of course, but they didn't like that. They don't like me saying that. You know what I mean? They don't like me saying that. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I got you. I got you. You ain't easy at all, man. I give thanks for that one. Do it like that. Tell a friend and tell a friend, man. This is about being aware, family. This is not about, like I said, this is about people becoming aware that there's some things that was left out of the conversation. Not that you can't choose to go that route or you don't want to wear your mask. Listen, there's just some things that have been left out that I think if people knew, they would make better informed decisions. That's all this is about. But in the meantime, family first. Take care of the family. By the way, again, I just want to give the condolences, really more strength out to the families who would have lost a loved one recently. And there are a few people I know within days right now who have lost their loved ones, who have transitioned to the spirit realm away from this physical dimension that we know it now. And so I don't like the condolence thing, but more strength to the families, more strength to anybody watching this who have recently lost someone or who is still affected by the transitioning of a loved one. And I, more strength to you and the family is what we say here in Politically Incorrect, man. Because in these times, that strength is what's needed more than anything else. More strength to the families, man. That's it. And the children who got to deal with this kind of emotional trauma in these times. There's just so many people that's passing away every time you look around. So where, You gotta take this thing serious, family. So those who know better got to do better and make a way for those who know trying to figure out. So let's be patient with each other. Let's be forgiving. Let's be loving. But more importantly, let's keep it moving, man. Keep it moving forward. Keep building it and keep creating that path for others to follow. And that's it right there, man. So having said that, man, this pure respect we're dealing with, love for the elders, man. Yeah, that's it, man.
You have some little people don't know respect.
I want to drop an old time tune for you, man. Old time tune, man.
You see the elders then?
That's an old tune, man. You can relate, not all.
Tell them, say, watch it. When a nurse on a pet, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder. When a better respect the elder entertainer.
That's what
when a nurse on a pet, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder. All of the foundation said respect for.
Let me pull out from the top.
All of merit to the foundation of the music.
Love and respect, family.
To all the godfathers who set it.
Love and respect.
You have some little people don't know respect. As a matter of fact, them show no hard men for the elders. But
that's it, man. That's it, man.
You see the elders then?
That's it.
You see the elders then? Tell them, say, watch it. When a nurse on a pet, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder. When a better respect the elder entertainer. When a nurse on a pet, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder.
Respect, man.
All of the foundation said respect for some little entertainer. What is the matter with them? Them do a one song which is the top of top 10. Nothing no itty fleety flighty pussy like a them face a rule. I been for evil for them best friend and them no rule.
Let me pull this in, man. Let me pull that again, man. Listen, I was on a link last night, a Zoom with let me pause it, with some individuals from the Jewish community. And this was a pretty large Zoom, pretty big. This is folks in North America. And I speak on it in part, not in detail, but for now. And predominantly white, all white audience, like maybe like 3 or 4 black faces in the whole Zoom. Somebody sent me a link. So I joined in and I'm sitting there listening. White folks talk about, Kanye and, black and nigger and that kind of stuff. And his, I'm just listening like, ooh, y'all can imagine, right? And I said that to say, though, that, look, man, family, like I'm saying, right? Everything is changing, man. These folks, I mean, as much as they're used to a certain thing, don't forget, they were lied to as well, They were given a false sense of superiority that is now being stripped from them based on the universal order manifesting in their consciousness.
The foundation of the music.
You got to respect
all the godfathers who set it
before.
You have some little people don't know respect. As a matter of fact, them show no hard men for the elders, but
things.
You see the elders then?
The order
you see the elders then?
Things.
Tell them, say, watch
love
it.
And respect, family.
When a nurse on a pet, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder.
Love and respect.
When a better respect the elder entertainer. When a nurse on a pet, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder.
We dealing with today.
All of the foundation said respect for some little entertainer. What is the matter with them? Them do a one song which is the top of top 10. Nothing no itty flighty pussy like a them face a rule. I been for evil for them best friend and them no old. Them original Anna again.
24 hours in the hospital and I'm gonna grow on the girl.
Them. If they want like them want this respect, let them cool. You right on roll. You right a godfather of the DJ school. Cool. Child done roll. Influential factor of the DJ school. Cool. King Stitch done roll. He's a father Stitch well equipping at the school. Cool. Brigadier done roll. Dreadlocks educator of the DJ school. So when a nurse on a bed, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder. The only youngsters who are disrespect the elder. When a nurse on a bed, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder.
No disrespect, family.
Foundation set the step for them follow. Step by step you have to climb the ladder.
Step by step.
Elders you have to show respect for. The place it a work live forever. At the foundation the juvenile start follow. Cool.
Yeah, just run till night, catch it.
Cora got tough enough the DJs.
The sun going down.
Cool. Admiral done rule.
Night is upon us, man.
Quality in the ditch.
Got to respect the night, though.
Cool. Papa San done roll. Him run the marathon.
Nobody scared of the day, no.
Yes, cool. Cool. Cool.
Nobody scared of the daylight.
Let the man have the style in the ditch. Yes.
The night that people start to worry here.
Super cat done roll. Dan, dada of the ditch. Yes, cool.
Cool.
Equalizer at the DJ tool, and people come and dance like children going to school. You can't be a mimic, you can't be a fool. You have to present your style and make them know say it rule. True, when a nurse on a bed, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder. The all the youngsters who are try disrespect the elder. When a nurse on a bed, when a dribble, when a soda, when a powder. To all the elder, entertainer, respect goes on. But listen, clash of the titan and buckle of the giant. Respect the foundation and you be brilliant. To a
Too
youth
much they want to share, family.
is living
Too
militant.
much need to be said.
As a lamb to overcome it.
What has to be done, though?
Music give me my yearly allowance. Cool. General cheese a done roll. Rumpus kicking up in the DJ school. Cool. Early be a done roll. Early be you are the doctor of the DJ school. Cool.
That's all right, man.
Trinity a done
Good
roll.
job,
I
ranks,
love the
man.
style, I love the pattern that you're setting at the school. Cool. Thomas, you done roll. Pace of this, pace of that, a boom shot in at the school. Some little entertainer, what is the matter with them? They do a one song which will be top 10. Nothing, no tighty, flighty, bossy, like of them face a roof, face a bend, but even feel them best friend and them no old, them original corner again.
Yes.
Lyrics is the solution for the whole of them. I respect Oparima and
Respect. Shabba Ranks in every aspect. You done hear it. Loving it all day, every day, man. Long time you hear them tune, right? Old school. Took it back. Respect. We going back to the foundation. Big up Armageddon while we at it. Foundation. Respect. Love and respect right through. That's what we building this house on. Solid. Not in the dry sand. We ain't dealing with it. At all, man. So, like I said, we're dealing with solutions going forward. So, got a lot of stuff lined up between, Friday and next week, and then going into the Gregorian New Year 2023. And trust when I tell you, man, right now, you're not going to believe the audacity we're going to take this thing. I'm excited. You don't even know how excited I am. Like, you got to look, you ain't going to believe what we're going to be talking about next, man. I tell you, it's going to jump people. Oh, it's going to jump people. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Going to disturb the peace, but bring law and order. So, understand what I mean, right? You're going to have to disturb it in order to bring it, because you can't bake the cake without cracking the eggs unless you're using an eggless cake, in which case you can't bake the cake if you don't open the flour. Yo. But no, seriously, family, like, it's exciting times, man. I can't wait to share some knowledge with y'all on another level. Bringing in the specialists, the special team, the special ops. Fade group will be here shortly having conversation. A lot of the individuals who in that program who sit quietly watching stuff, like, have pledged to step forward at this point in time. So it's that time. And I'm thankful for all those who watching at home and abroad. I thank you for reaching out. I thank you for sharing the knowledge and, inspiring me to go another step further, knowing that Shout out to Black Lion Security, by the way. I give thanks for y'all in more ways than one. I can't begin to count the amount of ways I am thankful for y'all, man. Like, shadow people, man. Like, the unseen, yet seen, that is not seen, but felt. Anyhow, family. Oh, man, yes. Without a city wall, man. That's right, Daffodil. We give thanks. We still want to do the thing on Saturday night, family. Like I said, I may come, not me, I want to come on and just run some tunes. Who tune in, who don't tune in. Tell a friend. Let's go and hold the vibes, man. Just play some tunes, just hold the vibes. Maybe take some requests as well. Just playing some vibes, some tunes, man. So that's it, man. Just tell a friend. We call it, that's Christmas Eve, they say. Xmas Eve, which is not really true because you dealing with Jewish people. They celebrate the new day from sunset. So technically what they call Christmas Eve is really Christmas. Really is just, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. My hands are up. Anyhow, family, I can leave it at that point for now. Yeah. Got some work to go and do. I go in here with the family and do my part as well. Sit down, we go and watch a movie or something and tell jokes or something. Go play some games or something. Might go and play Romeo or something. Do something different. And by the way, a lot of folks kept messaging me, asking me how the food turned out the other night, how it was. I mean, from what I understand, the little one said it was delicious. So if that mean anything, then it was delicious. So that's all I could tell you. It was delicious, they said. So I can't even deny it, man. I told someone, having my food is an experience, man. It's an experience, look, it had so much flavor. It was like 10 dishes all in one. That's how much flavor it had. It was like 10 different meals all concentrated into one. That's how much flavor it had, man. All them fresh organic herbs and vegetables. Oh man, like you can't Rastafari, the Ital dish, the real Ital dish, the Korean coconut milk. Oh man, look, I love it though. I love it. Tomorrow we do sign ups a little different, but like I said, going into 2023, we're discussing a few ideas, including a cooking program. Not really cooking, but how to do alternate foods rather than the traditional food, or how to take traditional foods and kind of make it a bit more healthier. You got to watch your health these days, family. The hospital ain't the only place you want to be. So you got to take care of you at home. That is the absolute last resort. Okay, be clear on that. So we're dealing with health. So if you love yourself, you're gonna deal with your health. You know what I mean? Let's not start to justify obesity and these kind of things, diabetes and stuff that cause us long-term suffering and put a burden on the society and your family as well and your children and stuff. So let's not normalize being unhealthy. And I'm not pointing at anybody. I'm just saying let's not normalize it, man. All right. Yes, family Bertram, well, go on. I see in a minute though. Just came out yesterday. Well. You. I didn't know you was. I was wondering. I tried cooking time for people to do it for me. Wait. How to stay away from the can. Yeah, that's a step right there. So I'm thinking, right, family. Let me know your thoughts on this. Should I open a restaurant in 2023? Call it Papa's Kitchen or something. Yo, I'm here playing around, man. Focus on prevention. That's right, family. I give thanks. That's what we're talking about. How to minimize it. Alex, I ain't saying you can get all the cans out right away, but as best we can, wean people off. Wean them off to the point where we can get off all that stuff would be really ideal. So we're working towards those goals, family. Anyhow, make sure you share your thoughts in the comments. That sounds good. Lisa say it sounds good. I love it. And yeah, though, let me do this thing, family. Let me do this thing. Speaking of do this thing, though, if y'all ever want some really good Ital food, check the brother out in the Ivory, the road next to what's that supermarket called? Opposite the gas station. What's the supermarket opposite the gas station when you're going up that hill? Savings Plus. There's a road next to Savings Plus that goes around about 300 yards into that road on the right-hand side. Oh, man. Go answer for the Rastaman with the Ital food. That's all you got to do. Official. It's official, man. So, yeah, go check the brother out. You can't go wrong. Don't talk with the Morby and lemongrass drink. Like, I ain't never... Morby and lemongrass, you got to try it. You got to try it, man. Anyhow, that's it, family. We out. I'm going to just run a little tune when we out one more time. Why not? I want to give thanks to those who tune in. do take the time to be here, share your energy. Yeah, Licorice Village, you know what going on, man. Wait, you see, like, you know the place is backward, you know the tongue, you know the tongue, you know the tongue. So let me see here, man. And get one more Shabba, man.
I saw you still. Young black think one way.
Get one more Shabba, man.
One way DJ.
I told you we were playing Saturday night, man.
Get that.
It's our shows.
Shabba around King Reggae people stalling out.
What?
People from east, west, north, and
What?
south. Say I'm the MC with a nasty
Tell you
mouth.
what, man.
Space like this alone I can talk about. I know my roots and culture.
Know my roots and culture, family.
Who is the root of birth?
Know the roots and culture.
Bunny Wheeler follow after.
Speaking of Bunny Wheeler,
This music me
I've
chat
told you
for.
we playing same way.
Look how the world start
Look how the
suffer.
world will start to suffer.
Black people under pressure.
Yeah, pull off on the top, man.
I saw you still. Young black
We're
people.
still under pressure, right?
I'm not a one-way DJ.
What they call us, black people?
Get that.
We're really dark, man.
King Reggae people stalling out. People from east, west, north, and
You don't have a
south.
clue, man.
MC with a nasty mouth. Them feel
You when
like
you're
it's
sleeping, you see blackness, right?
but I know me roots and culture. Who is the root of birth nester? And money will follow after. It is music you chapter. Look how the world start suffer. What are black people under pressure? Some talk this and some talk that. Say everything from Shabba mouth is slack. I love roots and reality straight to the max. Because I'm
Yes,
a article
yes.
I love. I love my roots and culture. To teach all the youngster. And now your mother and father.
One of your mother and
So
father.
that the days will be longer. Some talk that and some talk this. Enough of them are fight against slackness lyrics. You have to please stand public when you're dealing with the reggae music. Shabba ranking you a murder. And it is music you charge for. But to be a musical ambassador, I'm going to teach all the youngster. Hear this, some of them are ball on them want culture, and some of them want people be vulgar. I'd rather to stick to high culture than to be a dirty character. I love
Roots and culture, family.
I'm going to teach all the youngster. It's a new page where I'm turn over. Teach them just like a teacher. Make them listen to me like a pastor. But you
To listen to them like a pastor.
we're calling out people from east, west.
Listen to him like a pastor.
I'm the MC with a
I get it, I
nasty
get it,
mouth.
I get it,
They
I
feel like
have
it's
it,
space like this alone I can talk about. Know me roots and
Know
culture.
the roots and culture, though, family.
Oh, black people
Get that with Emmanuel, man.
it's what a black people under pressure.
Anyhow,
Just
family.
because we don't stick together. Well, yo, united we stand and divided we fall. Black man, know yourself before your back is against
One
the
perfect
wall.
balance,
10
family.
times rise
Love it, I
and
love
10
it.
times fall. But Shabba
Love like
is stronger
peace
than the
for all.
great China wall. Know me roots and culture.
Andre, I see you.
It's a new page we
Right
turn
back at you,
over.
family.
Make up me mind to teach the youngster.
Look, 2023 is the year of prosperity. Say that to me, family. Say that to me. 2023 is the year of prosperity, man.
And some talk that say
What has not happened before will happen this year.
I love roots and reality straight to the max. Me can't understand how black can kill black and no
Can't understand how black can kill black.
who is the root of birth nester. And Bonnie will follow after.
We gonna raise this thing to another level, family.
Up and Peter,
Vibrations going to the roof,
and
man.
in Jamaica. Know about your roots and your culture.
That's right.
Yes, you will fade out
At least the last
forever.
first Empress was there,
Live
man.
good in your neighborhood. Live good and
One
live
perfect
good as
balance,
you
family.
should. Shabba ranking you a murder. It is music, me cha-cha. Sometimes
See y'all on Friday,
and
family.
some talk that say everything
Lots of
from
special guests
Shabba
coming in on
mouth is
Friday.
slack. I love roots and reality straight from the max because I am a
That's gonna be
article.
fun, though.
I love
It's gonna be a
I
lot
love
of fun,
roots
man.
and culture.
Speaking of
It's
roots
a new
and
page I
culture,
turn over. Teach you them like a teacher. Make them listen to rants like a pastor. Come now, see ya, you just jump around if you love culture.
speaking
You
into
love
existence,
culture, you
stop
have to
saying
be
that's
man.
what's going on, family.
Wind up your line if
A
you-
different program, politically incorrect, going on a whole different frequency here. I ain't gonna front. We gonna gain some new family. I'm almost sure some gonna fall off, man, because like I said, I've been, we started this thing with the oil ironing board, 2 clothespins, the oil cell phone, and it wasn't really with this in mind, but this then took on a different nature. So technically speaking, family, yeah, though. Yes, right. 2023 is the year of prosperity. Real thing. Real thing. Prosperous 2023, people. You know what I mean? We ain't debating whether it's Gregorian, whether New Year start this time, whether this is the 10th month versus the 12th. Look, family, we dealing with where we at and what we came here to do. And that's to correct this thing. First, we're going to start consciously and manifesting the physical. Watch. You don't believe me? Watch. Telling you, man, it already happening. I just really excited, man. Really excited. Really excited. Look. Really excited. I gonna let the ink dry first before I say anything, though. Yo, I'm gonna let the ink dry first, though. Let the ink dry, man. But yes, consider yourself pre-warned. To be forewarned is to be forearmed, family. Get your house in order, family. Get yourself in order, man. That's all I can tell you, man. Real thing. Anyhow, family, love and light to all. Thanks for staying in. Thanks for tuning in. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Y'all already know how we do this thing. Make sure you like, subscribe to the page, and tell somebody to more. Some kind word, a good word, just because. Like, make sure you are so bursting with energy of love and a higher frequency that you just infect somebody tomorrow with something positive. That's it. That's it. We can talk on Wednesday, right? Sorry, on Friday. We're going to connect. You know what I'm saying? Blessed love to each and every one. Have a beautiful, upful, joyful, and a wonderful Wednesday. Peace, love, and light. Always Rastafari.